Our top story tonight, a Chatham County man once charged with felony murder in a 2022 shooting death has now taken a plea deal. He pled guilty to aggravated assault and was sentenced under Georgia's First Offender Act. This despite being arrested multiple times while he was out on bond. WSAV Sarah Smith was in the courtroom today. She talked with a local attorney who questions why exactly the suspect was granted bond at all after those arrests.
Yeah, Andrew, listen. 25-year-old Sean Antonio Campbell Jr. is in jail now for a February 2026 aggravated assault. This and two other violent crimes happened while he was out on bond for the 2022 felony murder charge.
I am kind of surprised the judge didn't put him back in immediately if he got one arrest while he was out on bond on that charge.
Attorney Michael Schiavone says he was shocked to hear that 25-year-old Sean Antonio Campbell Jr. was granted bond over and over with a pending felony murder charge related to the death of 42-year-old Timothy Lewis on Newcastle Street in 2022. But Campbell entered a guilty plea for a lesser charge, aggravated assault with a 10-year probation. According to his attorney, Campbell didn't mean to shoot the victim, who was like a second father to him.
It only takes probable cause to arrest. It takes beyond a reasonable doubt to convict. So, I would assume that once that case got after indictment, the state realized that the evidence was so weak that rather than take a chance that he might be found not guilty at trial, you compromise and you get him under some kind of sentence if you really believe that he committed the offense.
The attorney says the family agreed with the lesser plea and Campbell was given first offender treatment. Judge Lisa Colbert shared that this was not an easy decision as Campbell is currently facing charges for 3 other violent crimes, including allegedly strangling a woman in February of this year. But Schiavone says judges have to presume innocence.
Trial lawyers, we live on the facts, we die on the facts. And the government has the burden of proof. They have to prove the allegations beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a very heavy standard. And just because you get arrested doesn't mean that the government has the evidence to prove it.
Campbell pled not guilty to the February 2026 aggravated assault and has requested a jury trial. We do want to remind you, judges set bond, not the district attorney's office. Sarah Smith, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Sarah, thanks so much. New developments tonight in an officer-involved shooting in the Low Country. SLED was not recommending charges against a Hardeeville police officer in the January shooting death of Jaden Holloway Caldwell. Now, investigators say Holloway Caldwell was caught breaking into a car at a motel before fighting with officers trying to take him to custody. During that struggle, one officer was shot in the leg. SLED adds that another officer then saw Holloway Caldwell point a gun at him and opened fire. He was later shot and died from those injuries. Surveillance video in the investigation supported the officer's account of what happened. And the family of a woman killed in a deadly alligator attack on Hilton Head Island has now settled a lawsuit against the Spanish Wells community. 69-year-old Holly Jenkins was killed in July of 2023 after she was found face down in Community Pond with an alligator nearby. The lawsuit claimed the neighborhood failed to warn or protect residents despite growing concerns about alligator activity in the area. Court documents show the case has now been settled for an undisclosed amount of money. And the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office now warning people about a new text message scam claiming to be from the Georgia Department of Driver Services. The Sheriff's Office says several people reported receiving the text this week, including Sheriff Noel Brown himself. The message claims recipients have outstanding driving violations that have to be paid immediately, or they could face a suspended license. Now, the Sheriff's Office urging people not to click any links, respond to the message, or send any money. Anyone who's unsure about a message like this encouraged to contact local law enforcement. Now, the Coastal Empire mourning the loss of Ogeechee Judicial Circuit District Attorney Robert Busby. The circuit confirmed Busby died this morning. He represented Bullock, Effingham, Jenkins, and Screven counties after being elected in 2024. The Bullock County Coroner's Office has confirmed his death, but says the cause and manner will be determined by the GBI Medical Examiner's Office. Busby is believed to have suffered a heart attack while he was working out. Local leaders across the circuit now sharing their condolences and reflecting on his service to the community. Georgia law says Busby's Chief Assistant District Attorney Jillian Gibson will serve as interim district attorney until a replacement is appointed. Now, the South Carolina Senate has rejected another effort to fast-track congressional redistricting with pushback from both sides of the aisle. Now, 6 Republicans, including Beaufort Senator Tom Davis, joined Democrats in voting against the measure. That leaves it short of the 2/3 majority needed to pass. The vote could delay any changes to the state's 7 congressional districts until after next week's primary elections. Now, Republicans have pushed to redraw the 6th district currently represented by Congressman Jim Clyburn. He's South Carolina's only Democratic member of the Congress. The special session on redistricting will continue tomorrow morning, starting at 10. And South Carolina Senate Democrats, well, they're pushing back against these Republican efforts to redraw those congressional maps. At a news conference at the State House, Democrats warned that if new lines are approved, any ballots cast under current maps could be invalidated, meaning those votes just wouldn't count. Lawmakers say redistricting is a complex process that requires review of data and legal guidelines.
Whether you're Republican, Democrat, white, black, we're all South Carolinians. And this affects all of us as South Carolinians. So we need to be able to send a strong message to the senators that this is not acceptable. We want people to listen to the voters.
They also say if those maps are changed, early voting for congressional primaries set to begin on Tuesday would have to be delayed until August. Now, for more on the elections, including a list of early voting locations for the South Carolina primary, just head to our website, wsav.com/electionhq. It was a big day for Beaufort County schools. Officials breaking ground on 2 major projects aimed at expanding learning opportunities for students.
3, 2, 1, whoosh.
Now, this morning, crews gathered at Beaufort High School to launch construction on a new career and technical education building. The nearly 11,000 square foot facility is going to include classrooms and lab space for trade programs, including construction, public safety, and firefighter training.
It's going to offer excellent real-world, hands-on opportunities for our students that they can leave high school with and go out and be contributing members of our society.
We plan on participating with them, being here with them, helping them as much as we can. It's a recruitment tool for us. We're going to be able to identify young men and women that come through this program that could be great future firefighters. Our intent is to offer them jobs at the end of this program.
This project, being paid for from money from the 2023 school bond referendum, should be open in August of next year.
1, 2, 3.
And Ladies Island is soon going to be home to a brand new middle school. Beaufort County Schools broke ground today on the 84,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. The new school is going to be built on the same site as the current campus, which was constructed in 1984. Officials say that brand new building expected to be open to students starting in January of 2028.